Hi, this is Pat Miller, Gabby Gourmet, and we are here with episode 7 of the Gabb. And I have been having so much fun. I know you all are just really excited because not only do you get to hear about all the great places, you really see what the people look like and who they are. And today I have Ally Fredeen, who is the lady who sort of runs Stanley Marketplace, which is where we're focusing. Charlene Ty is right there, and she and her husband Robert, who may or may not be around, run Misaki, which is my very favorite sushi restaurant, and about to open a new restaurant that you can see the decor at. And Rayme Risotto, how long have I known you? I have no, forever.
I'm going
From
to say
Comida. How long?
25,
Easily.
25 years.
That's what I think. All right, you're
Yeah.
on screen. Rayme, introduce yourself and say a little bit about Comida.
Well, great. Hi, first of all, thanks for having me on. It's always great to see you, Pat. I really appreciate your support over the years. And yeah, I own Rayme Rosello. I own Comida at the Stanley Marketplace. I also have the Comida food truck, which I started in May of 2010. So it's been 10 years
Well, that's how long I've
doing
known
this taco thing.
Yeah.
I've known you because you're very famous.
Oh,
I've
absolutely.
known you since I was
Go ahead.
Since I was in my 20s. I've served you food as a server at a restaurant in Boulder. So yeah. So anyway, I own Comida at the Stanley Marketplace. Been here since the building opened. We were the second in the building to open, and we opened back up for takeout and delivery about 3 weeks into the COVID quarantine time. And for the last 4 weeks, we've also been doing dine-in, which is really exciting. We have about 50 seats that we can, exactly 50 seats that we can sit down, and
in case
quite a few seats on the patio as well.
In case somebody doesn't know, Comida is a Mexican. Describe what Comida is.
Comida's soul food. It's got a little bit of the American South and a lot of Mexico, all of the flavors. My mother lived in Mexico for a long time, so the things that I've always really enjoyed about Mexican food, but I am not Mexican. I'm not trying to play it being Mexican.
I didn't think so.
This is just in honor of those flavors and the things that I love about Mexican food as well as about Southern food. So you get a little bit of sweet potato mash and some jalapeno grits, some slow stewed meats, but built onto tacos. And yeah, it's delicious.
I agree. Okay, thanks. Charlene and Ally, you're in another room. Charlene, do you want to start a little bit about Misaki?
Yes, hi. Gabby, thank you for having me here today. I have 3 locations on Misakis. The first one here is in Stanley Marketplace. I also have one in Superior and one on Broadway. Right now, all 3 locations are open. Stanley and Superior are open for dining, and I believe Broadway is open for just the to-go. The to-go. And we are actually, I'm working with Robert to having the 4th one, which is chilling. Like you can get back here. So we'll talk about chilling later. So during the pandemic, I think I was very blessed to be part of the Stanley family. As well as to be able to run a business inside of State of Fulton community. Our Stanley management has shown a very strong support during the pandemic. They put together a curbside to go pick up program. So we are able to continue run our businesses to go. So we were pretty stable. The business wasn't as busy as it used to be, but
nobody says
Yes, we were stable during the pandemic.
And you do
it was enough
sushi.
business- Yes, it was enough business for us to turn over our fish
Good.
quickly. So, yes.
And you do sushi, sashimi, and Japanese dishes
Yes.
that are fabulous. Ally, who are you?
Hi, everyone. Hi, Gabb. Thanks for having us on and thinking of Stanley Marketplace and our wonderful restaurants here. I am the manager of Stanley Marketplace, and I've known Gabb for, God, probably 12, 13 years back when I used to do public relations and marketing for the Ritz-Carlton, and we shared many steak dinners at Elway's and meals in Bachelor Gulch at Spago, and now we get to talk all about Stanley and the wonderful restaurants. We ate Comida dinner last night. It was fabulous. Those rum punches, everyone. You can
Get them to go so you don't have to drive home.
and the bacon jalapeno griddle tacos, my favorite thing in life. I can't get enough of. So Rayme, you do it right, and you honor those flavors and the Mexican heritage in such a beautiful and also consistent way.
And Stanley Marketplace has evolved. I mean, I actually had doubts when I first walked in and saw it before you came along. And it has just become, wow, the place to go with so much to offer. Before we talk all about that, though, I'm seeing a lot of decor over the ladies, both of your heads. What is that?
Charlene went to Asia.
I went to Asia last year, the end of last year, right before the pandemic happened, and I did all the purchase.
Okay, this is the new restaurant. What is the name?
The name is Coco Chillin, which is the legend that animals like dragon.
Hence the dragon
hence
there.
the dragon there.
Oh,
Yes.
I was wondering who he was, if he was a member of the family.
And our concept will be basically we'll be focusing on ramen and rice, and also we're gonna have a big selections of gluten-free menus for
Very good. And
like to do.
all of these places are in the Stanley Marketplace. Chillin is not open yet.
Has not open yet, but we believe we're very close. We're just waiting for the final approval from Tri-County. We're just really probably a few weeks away.
Okay. To all of you, what is it like trying to run a restaurant? Rayme, you would know this from way before too. And obviously Ally and Charlene, as opposed to the old days, how there is no such thing as normal anymore, or to me there isn't. So how do you feel about what's happening and what you're doing?
I mean, I think the first and most important piece is to be positive going into every day, because you have no idea what is really going to come down the pike. I mean, I didn't choose
Sure.
the restaurant industry because it was easy to begin with. I got into owning restaurants almost over 20 years ago, and it wasn't easy then, but it was a whole lot easier then than it is now. I mean, it was, like you just mentioned, a whole lot easier 4 months ago. So I think, today, the things that I think about on a regular basis are, first of all, really making sure that we're staffed up. We're still trying to hire up enough people to work in the kitchen so that we can be open 7 days a week. And at this point, we're still just open 5 days.
I heard it's horrible to get help.
Well, I think as long as people are still getting $600 a week
extra, that's the problem.
To stay at home, I don't think that it's difficult to get people interested in coming back. So, I mean, I understand that, and that ends hopefully July 31st, so that we can start getting some, talented, hardworking people that are interested in, I mean, I was ready to get out of the house the minute that I was told I had to stay in the house, but I understand that's not how it is for everyone. So, there's that. And there's also, what happens if someone on your staff knows someone that got sick or has been there's all these factors that really every single day, we temperature check at the start of every day. Our shifts are very short. you know, and we're just, you know, trying to do the right thing with half of what it used to be. The sales that we're doing on a weekly basis 6 months ago would have made me cry. Now I jump for joy.
I understand. And I'm sure, Charlene, you're having the same thing. Ally, is this in general with all the places there as well?
Yeah, and I have to say, I mean, we see that week over week that the amount of people coming to Stanley and supporting our restaurants, our fitness, beauty, retail businesses, where we're seeing an uptick every week.
Oh, and those are tough businesses because they're right on top of you. Do you have your hair colored with a mask on? It's really fun.
But you know, I have to say this group of business owners, Rayme, Charlene here, and everyone at Stanley, I mean, the way they've had to pivot and adapt and whether it's scaling back menus, the logistical changes of how do you operate a restaurant and distance people. Luckily,
right.
they did a beautiful patio and you're able to sit outside as well as inside, but being able to offer during the closure that curbside or delivery carry out option, and both of these businesses were a part of that. And I think what's two things that have been really inspiring from somebody who I'm not in it in the sense that I own a restaurant, but I see what happens. I hear voices in our community, and I think I'm just so inspired by our restaurant owners and their staff that they persevered with this grit and determination to make it work. And
okay, I have another question. How are, in both of their restaurants particularly, how are the guests responding? Are they wearing their masks? Are they doing the things you ask?
Yes, our guests are very, very understanding. They follow rules. First of all, before you come to the Stanley, there will be signed post outside. Even before you come into this marketplace, all mask was required to wear.
It is mandatory?
Mandatory, but only during the dining time you could take it off. Otherwise,
yes.
Oh, no, but I think it should be mandatory. Not everybody does that.
And I have not have any customer really make a single complaint about that. And they're very absorbing. They also are really, I think customers are becoming more precautions. Like they're watching around, they're watching how we perform our job. You know, when all employee, of course, you know, mask, including sushi chef, mask was required. Gloves is required to wear during the sushi making processing, as well as serving the food, as well as taking out the to-go outside. So customers are all watching, and I do see they're very comfortable with.
Rayme, with you?
Yeah, I mean, so we have a slightly different experience, and I know Charlene will experience this once they get to open actually inside their restaurant.
Right.
Their seating at Misaki is out in the main area where masks are required at all times unless you're seated at a table. So, but once people come into the restaurant and sit down at the restaurant or outside on the patio, obviously they can take their masks off. Some people, you know, we're also taking people's names and phone numbers, not everybody at the table, but one person from each party, so that we can do contact tracing in case one of us gets sick. We had someone today that was very upset with that whole process. She was over the entire, she was like, I can't stand all of this. I just wish it would stop. And I mean, of course, we all feel like that. This is, you know, this is happening not just in the Stanley Marketplace, it's happening all over the world.
You're protecting them, and they
all
don't
over the world. Right.
So, yeah, it is the world. You can't go any place if you want.
It's not, I mean, I get that I've done a little bit of vacation summertime stuff with the kids so far. We took the Airstream to Iowa, and, you know, you would never know that COVID happened as you drive through Nebraska. It's a crazy thing, but you know, I mean, here in Colorado, thank goodness, where, you know, people, I feel like for the most part are ready to do the right thing. And I mean, I haven't said this, Charlene said a little bit about this, but this, as far as a partnership goes between landlord and tenant, the Stanley Marketplace and the people that run it are, I mean, they are a huge part to why we're all succeeding. They've gone above and beyond. And I mean, they're, you know, it doesn't serve them in any way for us to go out of business. and they're thankfully the kind of ownership group that understands that. So I feel very supported.
Ally, cheers to you. And Ally had told me a few of the things last night that you were doing, what they were doing. And you know what? Good for them. It makes all the difference in the world.
It does.
And what I was going to say earlier when I was talking about not only has staff and business owners really had to adapt, and no one's been through this before. So how does a restaurant work? And you have everything from product and your inventory and your staff, and then the logistics, right? There's so much to work through and figure out. And so they've just done an incredible job. Seamless, right? You would think they were experts at this, the way they've executed, and it's been really impressive. The other thing I was going to say, whether it was during our closure and we had the community supporting, coming with, to get takeout, carry out, delivery, any of those, whether it was picking it up in person or through a third-party delivery service, but it's been incredible to see the support of the community, of Stanley patrons that said, the second you guys do carry out, we'll be there. The second you open back up, we will be there. And our community and fan base, if you will, our extended Stanley family.
No, it is a fan base.
They will do anything and everything to support our businesses here. And it's just been great to see them show up now in person and walk in this building. And for the most part, respecting our procedures and policies that are intended to keep us all safe. And it's great to see that every week we're seeing more people and that they are excited to be supporting in person this time. And seeing Comida's patio full during happy hour, during dinner on a Friday night, or during the lunch hour during the week, that people are showing up and they are supporting, and it's been really.
That's great, because I know a lot of places that are having a really hard time at noontime.
It is very true. The Stapleton community just show a great support.
Good for them. And good for me that I have a good friend there who can bring me, aside from Ally, who can bring me whatever I need. And you're doing like a Friday farmers market?
Yep, we have a farmers market that just ended, but that's every week from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And again, it brings new people to Stanley. You can socially distance, you're outside, but local makers, crafters, and again,
somebody's building.
Yes. Feel comfortable about getting back in front of fellow community members and supporting small businesses. And that's really the beauty of Stanley and businesses like Comida and Misaki, Chillin, that these are passionate small business owners, and it takes all of us, from each other, management, ownership, our customers, to make it all work. And it's been inspiring to see that we are heading in the right direction, and on the other side of this closure feels really good. So
I hope so. Rayme, what are the food trucks doing?
I just have the one, and it's going out today to Wheat Ridge. Actually, we've done a lot of we figured out how to do sort of a give neighborhoods an opportunity. We send them a link. We send their HOA a link. The HOA sends it out to all of the people in the neighborhood, or we get onto the next door for that neighborhood, and we give them a link to basically our menu so that they can pre-order. We then almost act like a delivery truck. We show up. Tonight we're showing up in Wheat Ridge. I'm not exactly sure about the address, with a bunch of food that people have pre-ordered. Plus,
don't give the address. We'll all go.
No, I would love that, but I don't know it off the top of my head.
Are you doing catering as well out of the truck?
We have, but we just aren't getting that much request. I think people are still a little shy. We're definitely starting to book up for July and August, but June,
people were still very wary.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, even I just heard 3 reports today, and you don't really know what's going on. We just sort of have to hopefully live our lives, take precautions, and hope for the best.
Wear our masks.
Oh, my masks. Yes, I have several of those. I live in.
Oh my God, I've got like 15. I love it. It's like a new scarf.
Well, you don't need clothes anymore. All you need is your mask.
Right. Shirt, no shoes. Come on in.
Yeah.
No mask. You can't come in.
That's it. We don't care anymore. Ally, who have we not, what have we not mentioned?
Well, I think it would be fun to talk about some of our favorite dishes at these restaurants. I mean, I know my favorite at Comida is the bacon jalapeno taco. I can't go there without getting it. And
what was the salad? It was divine.
And then this seasonal salad, Rayme can speak to it exactly, but it is so beautiful and it's gorgeous. And I just can't speak highly enough of what you're doing.
Okay, tell me your name, Rayme, because I fought with her over that.
So I'll just tell you, one of the things that's always been really important to me, and it makes doing what I do worth showing up for, is the partnerships that we have with some of our vendors. And so the partnership that we have with Tender Belly started when I first opened the first restaurant, and that is how I met my husband, because he was the delivery boy, aka one of the owners. And so, you know, the Tender Belly bacon and jalapeno taco is a fantastic little yummy snack.
I will vote for that.
Yeah.
You can tell him.
All of our pork comes from them. And then that salad that you're talking about, Gotham Greens, is a fantastic organization company that just opened a gigantic building right here on the Stanley campus and they're growing all kinds of greens, microgreens, you name it. And we're getting all of our greens from them now, and they're unbelievably delicious. So that's been a really great thing. And yeah, the salad changes every week a little bit, but it's nice to offer something fresh. We consolidated our menu. We took it from 2 pages and made it into one. I mean, so we're not doing nearly
necessary now.
Absolutely. I mean, there are things we just can't get, and we don't, at this point, we still don't have the staff to make the entire menu. So, I mean, if we're going to have a chance at anything and make any money at all, or even be able to pay our bills, you know, reining things in and just consolidating has been where it's been at. So, and the partnerships that we have, you know, with all of our vendors, from the food vendors to people like Open Table, that have really helped us along the way, just to get through months without any business, have been amazing.
Good for you. And you know what? God bless all of them. Yeah, they let me just stay on and on all these things I've done so that we could get the word out and sort of help the people. Misaki, I guess. Well, I know, Ally, you like some of it, but if it's fish, Ally doesn't touch it, so she has no idea what she's missing.
I'm going to get hypnotized so that I start to like seafood, but in the meantime, I can speak to the gyozas and the salad with the ginger dressing. There's some great things for land lovers like me, but Charlene, what are some of your signature?
Hey, how about me? Just a minute.
Sure, but let me mention our signatures. One of our signature appetizer is our karaage, which is the authentic Japanese style fried chicken.
Well, Ally loves that one. And so does my friend.
Yes, we dice the chicken and we homemade it here. We don't use the frozen product.
It's not Kentucky fried.
Marinate overnight with chef specials sauces, which is the secret. I can't really share, but it
have to kill you if I told you.
Very juicy and overnight, and then we deep fry with cornstarch only, so it's almost gluten-free base. If we can try to switch that back to gluten-free sauce, then we'll be gluten-free, and that's been selling like it.
Okay, well, I can speak to the pot stickers and the gyoza, but your sashimi is so fresh and so wonderful. And the sushi is, I really don't always love sushi. I just don't know why. To me, it seems like it's just a bunch of rice and I don't get anything. In yours, we had the tuna sushi and the soft shell crab the other night. And if people don't eat raw, the soft shell crab was there. If they eat the raw, it was beyond incredible, truly.
Yes, let me share a little bit secret about that is because, as you know, I used to run a seafood company. So I'm really known all of the sources that I was getting from. So controlling the sources coming where it coming up from, in terms of keeping the freshness to be able to serve on the tables. It's very important, and I have been gone through all the training for doing that as a professional, and to bringing that to restaurants, have professional sushi chefs serve, to cut, to slice it, and to do, to serve on the table. That I think for the whole process is very important, and I was trained to do that. So and Robert and I think the mentality is also very important. Is we had told ourselves we will not serve anything that we wouldn't even,
I hope not.
and that's why when you bring out the dishes to a customer and it's fresh, that makes you feel good, because
Right now,
we live in this community, so it's like our friends and family here.
you don't, right. You want everyone back.
To your house, you will give them something from weeks ago and give it to them and tell them, hey, this is, and I'm going to charge you for this. That would just make me.
Well, I think both Comida and you, first of all, both of them are reasonably priced. They are fabulous, and they're just places you want to go, and good for the fact that, you can go to Stanley Marketplace. You'll give the address again, but to do it all, and you're in one building, but you have so many choices. I choose these two anytime, and that's why I've chosen to be lucky enough to chat with you. So before we totally run out of time, Stanley Marketplace is where?
We are at 2501 Dallas Street in Aurora. The main cross streets off Montview and Central Park, bordering the Stapleton neighborhood, soon to be renamed, a whole nother conversation, but we
don't know yet.
We are thrilled to be open, and Comida is located at the west end of the building. Again, a beautiful patio, and don't want to steal Rayme's thunder, but if you are worried about eating inside, you can eat outside at Comida. You can still get it to go, or you can eat inside in their really fun, fabulous space as well.
And in the Rayme, what are your hours, and how would somebody get in touch with you?
So for right now, we are open Wednesday through Sunday, and our hours are 11 a.m. until 8 p.m. Chances are, if you show up around 8 p.m., we're still seating for sure. It's not a hard close. And then the best way to get in touch with us is to call us at 303-484-1632, or go to the website. You can do pre-order, you can do online ordering, you can get in touch with the food truck that way, and that email address or that website is eatcomida.com, eatcomida.com. And yeah, we are on the west side of the building, and we have a gigantic patio.
That's very encouraging to somebody like me.
Oh yeah, it seats about 45 people.
And it has a shaded tent.
Yes,
we have a tent.
We have most of the patio is covered.
Oh, that's even better. When all of a sudden now it keeps storming when you're not expecting it to. It's
we have a surprise. We have a really nice sized dining room, so that when it rains, which it did, for example, the other day, we are able to move people inside generally as well. So. Oh,
well, that's really good, because some people are giving you a note that says, "We'll pack up your food and take it home because we can't get you in."
We can see people generally. Yeah.
Well, I can hardly wait to get there. But now Misaki, the new place, we don't know yet. But Misaki is open when?
Yes, Misaki is open. We're back in our regular hours. We are open 7 days a week, from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. And for dining, currently we only have 5 small tables, but you can just walk in, and usually turnover is pretty fast. So it shouldn't have a long waiting.
I can carry out sushi anytime. Thank you.
And we're also doing a curbside pickup as well. So just give us a call, and you can see our menu On the website, it's MisakiDenver.com. Our menu. Thank you.
And Stanley Marketplace is open every day, right?
We are open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. And you can learn more about Comida, Misaki, and all the other wonderful small businesses at StanleyMarketplace.com.
And you have farmers market and other activities outside as well.
Yep, farmers market every Friday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. and that goes through August. We have some other partnerships that we are working on right now. One in particular, Fetch Market, which brings some local makers every other weekend, as well as some music and other fun activations. So there's always something fun to look forward to here at Stanley.
Well, Stanley Marketplace is just the place to be in itself. So much to do. I can't thank you all enough for joining me today. Love all of you and all your places. I know you all who you are, and it is a treat for me. And I'm thrilled that you are back open, and please God, we should just all stay that way for a while and stay healthy. Have a great day. Love you all, and thank you. Bye.
Bye, Gabby. Bye, ladies. See you.
Bye, Amy.
Bye. Nice to see you both.